All right, so this is the Titan AI system I told you about that manages vendor rosters. Basically, what this example is showing us is you can see an employee file was loaded. So for the 26th, this is the file that was a template that was loaded. It's basically showing us who's working for the day. You can see George Washington is working from 1700 hours to 2100 hours. Um, he's absent for the day. So it's just basically showing us this information in a spreadsheet format. And if you click on analyze, what ends up happening is it shows you have 154 employees that are working today, about 984 work hours. And you can kind of see how the spread of employees are throughout the day. So you can see at 7 a.m., it goes up to 31. And then, um, by around 9 o'clock, you can see that there's about 62 employees. And where's all these employees? Who's working, who's not working? Well, we just want to see who's present. So we're just going to analyze who's present here. So it kind of adjusts a little bit. You can see there's 59. So there are some call outs. And you can even see where the absence are, right? So you can just click on analyze, and it's showing you have a lot of people calling out sick between 1700 and 2100 hours. So there's going to be a little bit of need for overtime or need there based on the roster, but it kind of breaks it down for you. You kind of see it in a graphical viewpoint. About 10 employees called out, about 64 hours impact. So you can expect around 64 hours of OT for the day just to cover those. And then when you look at who's present, you can again see that this is the overall breakdown. But if you want to see, let's say, who's working gates A1 through A4 for the day, how many employees do you have that are present working? You can run that analysis, or any client can run it and see that at this gate area or this zone, there's about 8 people working. This is the peak time from 9 o'clock to around 12:30, and then you have about 6 people working from 1700 to 2100. And then for the overnight, you have about 2 folks that are working. So as the day starts, you have 5. So overall, you have about 16 employees that are registered to work for the day. And this is the overall breakdown. You can kind of see how it's really beneficial to who's ever running the roster. If you want to know who's cleaning, let's say, a restroom, so you can just click on analyze. You can see that there's 11 people scheduled, and the peak time to clean the restrooms, you can see with 5 staff members, it's around from 1700 to 2100, and 9 o'clock to around 1300 with 4. So you can see how all this data is at your fingertips. A lot of times the airline client or the resource manager like myself will see who's working for the day, who's not working for the day. If there is someone with like a specific qualification, like, if somebody's operating a cherry picker, who's qualified for that, you can analyze that as well too. So you can see that there's 2 people. So if I need to use a cherry picker, it's basically broken down, one in the morning and one in the evening. So those are the only times I can really use it. So it's about giving you awareness where if you need to run a task, it's all there listed for you. And this is what we were using at United. Very helpful. Helped us really identify where our resources were throughout the day, especially during the busy season. And anyone can access it once they have the user login. They just click on the drop down and they see this information, and it's all there for you. You can also search using, if I want to know who's working gate A1, it just pops up. If I want to know who's working A24, I don't see anybody working A24, but if I put A23, I can see these are the folks registered to work A22 and A3. So all this information is at your fingertips. One thing that I do want to share is, let's say you see who's working here, who's present, but you really don't know who's new hire and who's just a qualified cleaner. So you can kind of see where most of your new hires are. I know that was a question that was there. You can see that there's 33 new hires between 9 o'clock and 1300 and 1700 and 2100. So you can see that there's a lot of new hires for the day. And all that information, again, it's easily identifiable with about 80 employees that are new hires contributing to around 512 hours a day. So I hope this helps, but I'll upload this, and you can provide feedback. Thanks.